check. Yeah, your co-hosts already. Let me know when you're ready. Start with Brandon Ray.
Your Honor, Cynthia Fronterhouse for the applicant, and Melissa Ray is the applicant.
She is joining right now. Just let her connect. Ms. Ray, if you would turn your video on, please. There we go. Can everybody hear me?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're on the record in 24 CPR 041202. The state of Brandon Ray. Ms. Ray, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Very good. Ms. Fronterhouse, you
Thank
may
you. Will you please
proceed.
state your name for the record?
Melissa Ann Ray.
And are you the wife of Brandon Ray, the decedent?
Yes.
Did he die on June 7th, 2024?
Yes.
The date of his death was less than 4 years ago, correct?
Yes.
Was he a resident and domiciled in Fort Bend County at the time of his death?
Yes.
And you brought a document dated October 4th, 2023 into my office. And is this his last will and testament?
Yes.
Your Honor, we ask that you take judicial notice that the original is on file, and we're about to, I bet you see it on the screen there. Do you recognize this document as his?
The court shall take judicial notice.
Thank you. Ms. Ray, do you recognize
Yes.
that as his last will and testament? To the best of your knowledge, did he ever revoke this will?
No.
And you recognize his signature there on the page?
Yes.
And because there's personal property and real property, is there a necessity for an administration?
No.
We're probating the will because we need to handle the administration of his estate, correct?
Correct.
And after the date of his will, were any children born to or adopted by Brandon Ray?
No.
And after the date of his will, was any marriage dissolved of his?
No.
And the will doesn't provide for any gifts to the state of Texas, a political organization or a charity, correct?
Correct.
And the will names you as independent executor, and as far as you know, you're qualified to serve as such, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Your Honor, it's a non-taxable estate, so we ask that appraisers be waived, and we ask that you appoint Melissa Ray as independent executor to serve without bond.
All right, the court heard the testimony of Melissa Ann Ray. She testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will into probate and appoint Ms. Ray as independent executrix to serve without bond, and appraisers will be waived. Ms. Ray, I'm very sorry for your loss. Ms. Fronterhouse, anything further for the record?
No, thank you. May we be dismissed?
Yes, everything will be signed shortly. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Get off. Yeah.
All right, Sarah, you can move on to the next case. Okay. They may be with the attorney. Let's pull in the attorney first. And the interpreter is present, correct? Okay. Mr. Lin,
Yes,
is that the applicant with you, Yumi Zhao Spence?
yes, yes.
Okay, all right. Our interpreter is connecting right now. We'll just give her a moment.
OK， all right。等一下啊，那个翻译正在上线。
Miss Yu, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Judge.
All right, Spence, present. All right, very good.
Yes,
Let's
Your
go ahead
Honor,
and
I
get
can see them
started.
both.
We're on the record in 24 CPR 040275, estate of Lucius Marion Spence Jr. Miss Yu, if you raise your right hand to be sworn by the court as the interpreter, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Mandarin and from Mandarin to English, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and you can interpret anything you need to at this point in time.
那我现在可以看到这个林先生和范先生，法官介绍给我听。那今天法官现在要讲的案子是在讲遗产案，这个案子号码是24 CPR 040275。刚刚翻译有举手宣誓。那这个上面是讲说这个遗产案 Lucius Martin 的 Spencer Jr. 的案子。
All right. If I could have the applicant raise her right hand.
申请人举右手。
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony provided here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
你举手宣誓，你今天要讲的话都是真话，你要陈述的都是事实，完全都是事实，是不
Please
是
take
这
it
样？
slow, maybe pause every couple
Yes.
sentences or so to allow Miss Lin to interpret. I would appreciate it.
I will, Your Honor.
跟你的律师林先生讲，叫他可以开始慢慢问问题。那林律师做陈述的时候，请你慢慢的讲，每一两句话停下来，给翻译有时间足够翻译给你听。
Proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, please state your full name to the court.
那谢谢法官，你可不可以告诉我你的全名叫什么？
赵玉梅，玉梅 YUMEI JHAO Spence SPENCE。
Yumei Zhao Spence YUMEI ZHAO SPENCE。
Okay. Are you living at the Underwood Forest Drive, Richmond, Fort Bend County?
那你是不是住在 Forest Drive Fort Bend， 在这个 Richmond Fort Bend County 住的
是的，
？Yes。
And is the last four digits of your social security number 9640?
你最后的社会安全号码四位数是不是9640？
是的，
Yes。
What's your relationship to the decedent, Mr. Lucius Marion Spence Jr.?
那么你跟这个过世的 Lucio Marion Spencer Jr. 的关系是什么？
夫妻，我丈夫。
We're husband and wife. That was my husband.
Okay. And is that true that Mr. Spence Jr. died on September 27, 2023?
那
In Richmond,
实际
Fort Bend
上
County?
这是你的这个先生，这个 Spence Jr. 他在2023年9月7号的时候过世，在 Richmond 这个 Texas 福便区，对吗
不是7号
September
27
27,
号
I'm sorry.
？No, not the 7th, 27th.
Yes. Okay. And when he died, he was 84 years old, right?
他当时过世的时候，他84岁了，对吗
对，
？Yes.
And when he died, he had residence at the Richmond, Fort Bend County, correct?
那当时他过世的时候，他有房子是在 Richmond 福便区，对吗
对，
？Yes.
And the last four digits of Mr. Spence Jr. is 2135, right?
那这个 Spence Jr. 先生，你的这个先生过世的时候，那他的社会安全号码最后四位数是2135，对吗
对，
？Correct.
And he died leaving a will dated August 28, 2023, correct?
那他过世的时候，他有个遗嘱，他的遗嘱上面的日期是8月28号，2023年，对吗
对，
？Correct。
Is that true that this will was never revoked?
那实际上这一个遗嘱从来没被取消过，对吗
对，
？Correct。
Is it also true that after the date of the will, no child was ever born to or adopted by Mr. Spence Jr.?
那实际上这个遗嘱的日期上面是8月28号，2023年之后，那么这个 Spence Jr. 这个过世的先生没有再生小孩，也没有再领养小孩，对吗
那是
？Correct。
Is it also true that no marriage of Mr. Spence Jr. was ever dissolved after the will was made?
那实际上在这个 Spence Jr. 先生他的这个遗嘱写完了之后，他没有离婚或者没有破解废除婚姻，对吗
是
？Correct。
And the will named you, Yu Mei Zhao Spence, as the independent executrix to act independent without a bond or other security, correct?
那么实际上这份遗嘱上面有指定说，你就是这个最后遗嘱的执行人，You may tell Spence。那除了你以外，没有第二个人，没有别人，对吗
对，
？Correct。
Let me show you, Judge, can you show, okay, turn to the last page of the will.
那么现在法官给你看这个遗嘱的最后一页，
Okay, is this Mr. Spence's signature?
那这个是 Spence 先生的签名吗
是的，
？Yes。
And there are two signatures by two witnesses. And you know the two witnesses?
那么在这个遗嘱上有两个这个证人，你知道这两个证人是谁吗
是知道
？Yes, I know。
Okay, it's Hong Xianggao and Sylvia Lee, correct?
是
一个是洪香告，另外一个是 Sylvia Lee， 对不对
对，
？Correct。
Okay, so is that true that there's no state or governmental agency of the state or charitable organization that is named by the will as the devisee, correct?
那实际上在这份遗嘱上，州政府啊，或者是政府啊部门啊，或者是说这个慈善组织没有在上面列出来，没有任何人说这个上面有留给任何的这个组织，对吗
是
？Correct。
And you have filed through your attorney the original of the will to the court, correct?
那么你通过你的律师把这份遗嘱有向法庭登记，对不对
是
？Yes。
So based on the testimony today, you are asking the court to appoint you as the independent executrix as named in the will, correct?
那么今天上法庭，你想要法官来指定判定你就是这个遗嘱的唯一的执行人，对吗
是
？Yes。
And you will also faithfully perform the duties of the executrix, correct?
那么你会认真执行这个遗嘱上所陈述所讲的，对吗
是
？Yes。
I have no more question, Your Honor.
我没有问题了，法官大人。
All right. The court heard the testimony of Yumi Zhao Spence. She testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will into probate and appoint Ms. Spence as independent executrix to serve without bond, and appraisers will be waived.
法官说，他说今天我听到了陈述，那我现在根据这个遗嘱上所讲的，我指定 You may Zhao Spence 作为这个遗嘱唯一的执行人。那然后这个上面所讲的也都是按照这个遗嘱上所陈述的，那么这个执行人会要按照这个遗嘱上的来作为执行，就是法官的判定。
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
谢谢，
谢谢法官 ，Thank you, Thank you, Honor。
I'm very sorry for your loss, ma'am.
对不起，你的先生过世了。
Thank you, Ms. Hu, for your assistance today.
Thank you, Honor. I have to switch to court number 5. Would you allow me to excuse, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
Judge. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Mr.
And
Thank you.
everything will be signed shortly.
等一下，法官就会把这个文件签完了以后，会给你的律师，你的律师会帮你办了。谢谢。Thank you, thank you for your interpretation. 再见。
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Yes. All right. We have Mr. Gunn here. You're up next. Is the witness on? Okay. Yes, she's pulling her in right now. Make sure your microphone is turned on. There should be a light that lights up where there's a button down there. Okay, perfect. And you can remain seated for your prove up under these circumstances.
Sir.
Mr. Gunn, you can see everybody on that monitor.
Ms. Scoggins, she has not,
Yeah, she's connecting right now.
Yes,
Ms.
sir.
Scoggins, I see you're connected now. Can you please turn your video on, please? Very good.
Can you see my video? Okay, great.
Can you hear me just fine?
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Wonderful. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're on the record in 24 CPR 041209, the state of Michael David Otto. Ms. Scoggins, let me go ahead and get you to raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Do you
Can you
solemnly
see me?
confirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Very good. You can lower your hand. Mr. Gunn, you're going to be proving up the will
yes, Your Honor.
today. Okay. You may proceed.
Yes. Your Honor, my name is David Gunn. I prepared the last will and testament of Mr. Otto, which is filed with this court, the original, and asking the court to take judicial notice of it. I'm familiar with the family history of Michael David Otto. Mr. Otto died on or about May 8th of 2024 in Port Richey, Pasco County, Florida, at the age of 73 years. 3 years and 4 years have not elapsed. Mr. Otto was domiciled and had a fixed place of residence in Fort Bend County, Texas, on the date of his death. The document which was filed was, to my knowledge, the last will and testament of Mr. Otto and was never revoked so far as I know. A necessity does exist for the administration of the estate. There were no child or children born to or adopted by Mr. Otto after the date of the execution of the will, nor did Mr. Otto have a marriage that was dissolved after the date of the execution of the will. The independent executor named in the will, Ann Catherine Block, is qualified and not disqualified to serve as the independent executor and asking to be appointed as such. The will did not name the state of Texas, an agency of the state of Texas, or an eleemosynary institution as a devizee. It is a non-taxable estate, and we would ask that the court waive any appraisals of, and would ask that Ann Catherine Brock be appointed as the independent executor of the estate.
All right. Would you care to call your next witness for the
And I
will?
would, yes, Your Honor, I'm sorry, excuse me. And I would call as my next witness, Sharonda Scoggins.
You may proceed.
Would you state your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Sharonda Scoggins.
And Ms. Scoggins, you live in Harris County, Texas, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you are personally familiar with the family and marital history of Michael David Otto, the decedent?
Yes, sir.
And you have personal knowledge of the facts that you have stated in the testimony of a disinterested party. Is
Yes,
that
sir.
also correct? You have stated that you knew Mr. Otto from 2013 until the date of his demise on May 8th,
Yes, sir.
2024. And he passed away in Pasco County, Florida. At the time of his death, his residence was at 502 Saffron Plum Lane, Richmond, Fort Bend County, Texas, correct?
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Mr. Otto's personal history, he was married to Mary J. Otto, which marriage ended in a divorce on November the 7th of 2023, and there have been no other marriages since that date.
No other marriages.
He
That's
had
correct.
a child, and that one child is Anne Catherine Brock.
That's correct.
He did not have or adopt any other children after any other children other than Anne Catherine Brock.
No, sir.
And you are familiar with the handwriting of Mr. Otto.
Yes, sir.
No further testimony, Your Honor, at this
Do
time.
you want her to identify his signature?
Oh,
and the
yes, I'm
handwriting
sorry,
as
Your Honor, I do. Do you, Ms. Ms. Coggins, do you identify that as the signature of Michael David Otto on this document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and in fact, you were there on that particular date, is that correct?
I was.
All right, nothing further, Your Honor.
well? All right, very good. All right, the court heard the testimony of David Gunn and Sharonda Scoggins. They testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. Court will admit the will under probate and appoint Anne Catherine Brock as independent executrix to serve without bond, and appraisers are waived. And Mr. Gunn, you are now appointed resident agent as well in the matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Scoggins, thank you so much for your testimony and assistance this morning. You're free to go.
Thank you very much, sir.
Anything further for the record, Mr. Gunn?
No, I just thank you, Ms. Scoggins, and I want to thank Ms. Webb for her kindness in allowing me to have the opportunity to visit with the court.
No, very good. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Gunn.
And likewise,
Thank
Judge.
you.
May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, Wedge, Catherine Wedge. Counselor, what's your name?
Stephen Love.
Oh, good Lord.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Lang. Do we have everybody else in the waiting room? Okay, Mr. Lang, we are missing the witness, Fraser McConnell.
Okay, let me see if he's. Do you mind if I take a moment to try to call him?
Not at all. What we're going to do is we'll step back. We'll move on to the next case. We'll come back to you here, hopefully, with the next case or shortly thereafter.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. You can go ahead and put him back in the waiting room. Move to Grinnell. Did you find the applicant or no? No. Ms. Pearson, your client we're trying to bring her into the meeting, but she's having some issues connecting, so we'll give her a second.
Okay, thank you so much.
We have a Christopher Grinnell in the waiting room. Is that?
That works. I have 2 cases on the docket this morning, so if you would like, I'm happy to do Grinnell first.
Well, we're going to do Gary Robert Grinnell first, and then we'll move to Gail Susan Collins. So is Christopher Grinnell also known as Christopher Collins?
No,
So I have the applicant in the Collins case as Christopher Song Collins. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, we've got Christopher Collins as the applicant. We have Annette Hoffman as the subscribing witness.
Okay.
And
Now,
then, yeah,
for Grinnell, we have a Maury Ama Grinnell.
you got it. Exactly, as the applicant.
And then who's Christopher Grinnell then?
I don't know.
Let's bring in Christopher Grinnell and find out. Mr. Grinnell.
Okay, so Mr. Grinnell is the son of the decedent, but he is not the applicant. Christopher, do you know if your mom is here, is on the Zoom?
She should be, yes, ma'am.
She's on in the waiting room, but she's having issues. So there must be a connection issue because we're trying to bring her in and it just says connecting. So that would indicate to me that she's having some sort of connection issues or a very slow connection. Is it still?
Gotcha. I sent her,
She's
I just sent her a text
gone. She is
to
dropped
see
off.
if she might be, she'll probably be trying to pop back in here in a moment.
Let's move to the next case. Ms. Pearson, we're going to move to your next case, the Collins case, and we'll come right back to Grinnell. Hopefully she's
Sounds
back
great.
shortly.
Yeah. So for Collins, we have Annette Hoffman. She is a subscribing witness, and we have Christopher Collins, who's going to be the applicant.
Ms. Hoffman, if you would turn your video on, please.
You're muted, Annette.
All right, let's start here. Mr. Collins and Ms. Hoffman, can you hear me? If you'd
Yes,
unmute-
Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Hoffman, if you'd unmute yourself and respond. Ms. Hoffman, you have to unmute yourself on Zoom. Send a request to unmute.
Thank you.
There we go. All right. We're on the record in 24 CPR 040999, estate of Gail Suzanne Collins. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony provided here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. And Ms. Pearson,
Thank you so much. Good morning, Annette. Can you please state your name for the record?
Annette Bell Hoffman.
Thank you so much. And on March 24th, 2024, were you present and saw Gail Suzanne Collins sign her last will and testament?
Yes, I was.
Okay, and I would be happy to share the last will and testament.
I'll pull it up for you, counsel.
Okay,
I've got it
great.
right here.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And is that document on the screen, in fact, Gail Suzanne Collins' last will and testament?
Yes, it is.
And at the time that she signed that document, was decedent at least 18 years of age?
Yes.
And did she declare to you and Jack Paul Horsman II that this document was her will and that she wanted each of you to sign it as a witness?
Yes.
Were you and Jack Paul Horsman II credible witnesses of at least 14 years of age on the date of this signing?
Yes.
And did you in fact sign your names to this document as witnesses in the presence of each other and the decedent?
Yes.
Was Gail Suzanne Collins of sound mind and under no undue influence at the time of the signing?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
Call your next witness.
Okay. Christopher Collins, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, thank you. Can you please state your name for the record?
it's Christopher Song Collins.
Thank you so much. And Gail Suzanne Collins, the decedent, did she die on March 29th, 2024 in Fulshire, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 73?
Yes, I believe it's March 28th, though. Let me just double check that. Yeah, it was March 28th, not March 29th, the evening of.
Thank you so much. On March 28th, 2024 in Fulshire, Texas. And have 4 years elapsed since her death and today?
Pardon me? Can you repeat that?
Have 4 years passed since she died?
No.
And was the decedent a resident of Fort Bend County, Texas when she died?
Yes.
Thank you so much. And the court previously shared document dated March 24th, 2024, which purports to be the decedent's will.
Yes.
To your knowledge, was the will ever revoked?
No.
Were any children born to or adopted by the decedent after the execution of the will?
No.
Was decedent divorced after the execution of the will?
No.
Was any state governmental agency or charitable organization named as a devotee in the will?
No.
Did decedent receive Medicaid benefits on or after March 1st, 2005?
No.
Does the estate owe any unpaid debts other than a debt that is secured by a lien on real estate?
No.
Is there any necessity for an administration of this estate?
I'm not quite sure what that means.
Do we need to open an administration of this estate, or is?
No, no.
Thank you so much. No problem. No further questions. Your Honor, we request that the will be admitted as a muniment of title only.
All right, the court heard the testimony of Christopher Song Collins and Annette Hoffman. They testified as to the proof of death, looking at the will and other facts. The court will admit the will into probate as a muniment of title, and with regards to the necessity of filing affidavit of fulfillment of terms, it will be required under these circumstances. I want to say I'm very sorry for y'all's loss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Ms. Hoffman, thank you so much for coming in to testify today to help prove up the will.
Thank you.
All right, anything else, Ms. Pearson, for this case?
Nothing else.
Mr. Collins and Ms. Hoffman, you're free to go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Go back to Grinnell. That's fine. All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We're on the record 24 CPR 041025, estate of Gary Robert Grinnell. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
I do.
All right, very good. Ms. Pearson, you may proceed.
Thank you so much. Good morning, Ms. Grinnell. Can you please state your full name for the record?
My name is Marima Grinnell.
Thank you so much. And did Gary Robert Grinnell die on October 20th, 2023 in Sugar Land, Fort Bend County, Texas at the age of 69?
Yes, he did.
And have 4 years passed since the date of his death?
4 years? No, he passed away in 2023.
Thank you. Decedent was a resident of Fort Bend County, Texas. Is that correct?
Correct.
Thank you so much. Now, we have provided the court with the decedent's will.
Yes.
And it is being shown on the screen right now. Okay, and this document dated September 21st, 2021, which is purporting to be decedent's will. Does that look like the decedent's will to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
And was this will ever revoked?
No.
Does a necessity exist for the administration of this estate?
Yes.
Were any children born to or adopted by the decedent after the execution of this will?
No.
Did the decedent ever get a divorce after the execution of this will?
No.
Does the will name the state of Texas, an agency of the state, or a charitable organization as a divizee to this will?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't quite hear. I'm kind of hard of hearing. I apologize.
No, I'm sorry. Is the state of Texas or any state agency or charity named as being given a gift, or are they a divizee under the will?
No.
Thank you so much. And were you named as the executor in the will?
Yes.
Are you a convicted felon?
No.
Are you qualified and not disqualified by law from accepting letters testamentary?
Yes.
Thank you so much. No further questions, Your Honor. We request that the will be admitted to probate, that the applicant be appointed as the independent executor to serve without bond and waive appraisers.
All right, the court heard the testimony of Mariama Grinnell. She testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will under probate and appoint Ms. Grinnell as independent executrix to serve without bond, and appraisers will be as well.
Thank you.
Ms. Grinnell, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pearson, anything further for the record? All right, thank y'all. Y'all are free to go. Have a great
Thank
day.
you very much. Thank you.
Let's go back to Wedge. Okay, let's move on. No, okay.
I would just join with the computer audio. Yeah. All right, Your Honor, I think we have everyone.
Okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yes. Yes, Your
All right,
Honor.
very good. We're on the record in 24 CPR 041416, the state of Catherine Wedge. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Mr. Connell, did you hear me?
Yes, I did hear you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, I need you to respond as to the oath, please.
Yes, I will provide evidence.
All right, good enough. Mr. Lang, you may proceed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. I'll start by taking the testimony of Mr. Wedge. Mr. Wedge, would you please state your full name for the court?
Michael Raymond Wedge.
And you were married to the decedent, Catherine Wedge, correct?
Yes, I was.
And is it all right if I refer to her as the decedent or your wife throughout these questions?
Sure.
Okay. How long were you married to the decedent?
38 years.
And did she die on June 22nd, 2024 in Fort Bend County at the age of 64?
Yes, in her bedroom.
And that date is obviously less than 4 years ago, correct?
Yes.
And she resided and had the house in Fort Bend County at the time of her death, right? Your Honor, do you want me to pull up a copy of the will or?
Yeah, no,
right. So the court has pulled up the copy of the will that we sent them dated July 13th, 1992. It purports to be the true and accurate copy of your wife's last will and testament. Do you identify it as such, Mr. Wedge?
Yes,
And to the best of your knowledge, did she ever revoke this will?
no,
You and your wife lived in the same home, correct?
correct.
And after her death, you conducted a diligent search of your home and were unable to locate the original of the will, correct?
I searched everywhere. These wills were with the invoice, which was kind of facing up. And, you know, for years we thought, okay, there's the wills. We've got the wills. And, you know, when I pulled them out and I realized I looked everywhere, I have no idea where the originals would be. And it's both of ours. They're both together at the same date.
Okay. And you can't find your original will either, right?
No, no. No. I've looked everywhere for
Thank you. The absence of the original will isn't because Catherine intended to destroy or otherwise revoke that original will, correct?
no,
Okay. And although you aren't an attesting witness, which means you're not a signatory to having witnessed, you were there when she signed the will, correct?
correct. We both went in and we did our wills with Fraser.
And that was at Mr. McConnell's
Yes,
office?
that was his office in Calgary.
And Mr. McConnell was the attorney who drafted these wills,
Correct.
right? You recognize the signature on this will as your wife's signature, correct?
Correct.
And I believe we've sent in your wife's driver's license to the court.
Yep.
I don't know if that's overkill on evidence to compare the signatures, Your Honor, but if you'd like, then we could do that.
Yeah, we don't need to proceed.
Okay.
Just call it, once you're done with this witness, call your next one.
Okay, thank you. And Mr. Wedge, your will is more or less is the same language as your wife's will, correct?
It's identical.
Okay. And the two witnesses that signed Catherine's will, those are the same two witnesses that signed your will, correct?
Correct.
There is a necessity to administer your wife's estate, correct?
The what?
There's a need for us to be here at the court probating your wife's will, correct?
Yes.
And after the date of the will, July 13th, 1992, were any children born or adopted by Catherine?
No.
And at the time that she signed this will, y'all were married, correct?
Correct.
And y'all remained married until her death, right?
Yes.
The will doesn't name the state of Texas, a governmental agency of the state of Texas, or a charitable organization as the beneficiary, correct?
No.
And the will appoints you as executor, but it doesn't have language about being an independent executor, correct?
No.
But you consent to your service as an independent executor to serve without bond, as you are the sole devisee via being the trustee of the will, correct?
Correct.
And as far as you know, you're qualified and not disqualified to serve as independent executor and to accept letters testamentary, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. I'll pass the witness.
Call your next witness.
All right, I call Mr. Fraser McConnell.
Yes.
First of all, thank you for being here on Thanksgiving. I forgot that Canada celebrates.
It is absolutely no problem whatsoever.
Well, thank you
Your Honor,
again.
not a problem. Thank you.
Would you mind stating your full name for the court, please?
My full name is Kenneth Fraser McConnell.
And the will that the court has pulled up, you witnessed Miss Wedge sign that will?
I witnessed both both Michael and Catherine execute their wills.
And you were the attorney that drafted this will, right?
Yes, I was the attorney that drafted the will for Michael and Catherine.
As the drafting attorney, I presume you have read the contents of this will, right?
I must admit, only recently since you've sent it to me, Evan.
But when you draft a will, I presume that involves reading it, right?
I go through the same routine with every will and it's in the event I am required to give evidence. I can give it evidence because I do it the same with every client.
Okay, thank you. And so to that end, because these wills that you do are all similar, you would be familiar with the contents of Miss Wedge's will, right?
I was only, this is 32 years ago. It's only, yes, absolutely, but only after I read the will that you sent me, Evan.
You don't have any reason to believe that the contents of this will would have been altered from the one that you drafted 32 years ago, right?
Absolutely not.
Okay. And so to that end, this, to the best of your knowledge, would represent a true and accurate, the contents of this will would represent a true and accurate copy of the will that you drafted.
Absolutely.
I think I already asked this, but you were a subscribing witness to this will, correct?
Yes, that is my name. When my name in the last 32 years, my signature is drastically different, shorter, and not probably readable.
That was your signature at the time, though, what we have up here. You recognize
Well,
that?
yeah, yes, it absolutely was.
And the other witness, your secretary, she has since passed away, correct?
Yes, Jean, the typing machine passed away about 15 years ago.
But you do recognize her signature as her signature?
Absolutely. She was my secretary for 20 years.
And at the time of the signing of the will, do you believe that Miss Wedge was of sound mind?
Absolutely.
And she was over the age of 18?
At that time, we didn't require as much evidentiary of yes, it absolutely was Catherine Wedge and her husband Michael, who just gave evidence.
Okay. Well, we could ask Mr. Wedge to confirm the age. One of the last questions that I have, but a funny one, is that you and Jean, y'all were both over the age of 14 when y'all witnessed this will, correct?
Oh, yes, we were.
And the will conformed to the laws of Alberta, Canada, when it was signed, right?
Yes, it did,
Okay.
sir.
I guess I have that one question for Mr. Wedge, Your Honor.
Proceed.
Mr. Wedge, when y'all signed these wills, were both of you over the age of 18?
Yes.
Okay. I've got many windows open. Your Honor, this is a non-taxable estate. There's no need for appraisers. We ask that they be waived and that the copy of the will be admitted to probate.
The court heard the testimony of Michael Raymond Wedge and Fraser McConnell. They testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will under probate and appoint Mr. Michael Raymond Wedge as independent executor to serve without bond, and appraisers will be waived as well. Mr. Wedge, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I would also say that, Michael, I am sorry to hear of your loss.
Thanks, Fraser. I appreciate it.
McConnell, thank you for jumping on this morning and helping us prove this up.
It was absolutely no problem, Your Honor. It was a pleasure.
All right, very good. Y'all have a great day, unless Mr. Lang, there's anything further.
No, sir.
All right.
I must apologize, Your Honor. I am doing this from my shop because it's a holiday here.
That's okay. No problem. I appreciate you jumping on and helping us out, though. So,
well, I hope I was of some help. And my sympathies for your loss, Mike.
For sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May we be excused now?
Yes, you may. We're gonna
Thank you.
mark you real quick and just do that one since Mr. Love is just sitting here patiently waiting. I'm gonna just go ahead and get him out of here.
Thoroughly enjoying myself, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Not in court as much as I used to be.
Okay. Donovan listed on the. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. What now? I've heard it a couple times. Yes. Yeah. All right, we're on the record in 24 CPR 040892, guardianship of Jessica Lynn Martin. This is a transfer hearing. This case is being transferred into Fort Bend County. Welcome to County Court of Law number 1 to everybody.
Thank you.
All right, Counselor, let me
Your
go ahead
Honor,
and get
I
Ms.
believe you're
Vo
muted.
sworn in.
Your Honor, I believe you're muted.
No. It's separate. It's.
I'm sorry.
It's
That's-
the way the system's gonna, it
Okay.
looks that way, but I'm not.
Okay.
Ms. Vo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I just have to unmute myself. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. If you would raise your right hand, I'm going to swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I do.
Very good. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and just get us started? A little bit of testimony. And again, welcome to County Court 1.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be here. Ms. Vu, if you would introduce yourself briefly to the court.
My name is Donna Ball, and I am employed with the Texas Health and Human Services Commission guardianship program.
Okay. And you're the assigned guardianship specialist for Jessica Lynn Martin in this case.
Yes, I am.
And she was previously a resident of Harris County,
That's correct.
and she has been moved to 13923 Plantation Valley here in Houston, Fort Bend County. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And a copy of the order appointing permanent guardianship is attached as Exhibit A to this application. And have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. And also a copy of the last approved annual report in Harris County.
Yes.
Okay. And was the transfer an increased level of supervision?
No, it's supposed to be less restrictive for her.
And was it in her best interest?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's all I had for Your Honor. Ms. Footen.
Fine. There are going to be no changes to the guardianship at this time.
None, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and sign off the order transferring the guardianship into County Court 1. Welcome. Just a reminder that the reports are going to be due every year, and y'all are fully aware of that, so I'm not too worried about y'all. So if y'all have any questions, you can contact Morgan Deers. She oversees all the guardianship cases in County Court 1.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Can I also ask briefly, Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
before we go? 1055-051 allows the courts to consider issues before the court on guardianships that are uncontested, not the appointment of a guardian, to be considered by submission. Is there any way the court could possibly see transfer applications to be considered by a submission? Or I'm trying to get a feel. I'm new down here to the Harris County, Fort Bend area, and I'm trying to
think
see
about that. That's a possibility.
because our applications contain a copy of the original order appointing guardian and the last approved annual report. If there are, HHSC is exempt from bond completely. So, and if there are any changes, increases or anything like that, then that would be done through a different form of notification to the court, request for a hearing. If it's an increased, more restrictive environment, for instance, state supported living center. This is just sheerly ministerial, Judge, from one county to another. And I'm afraid I learned you cross the street down here. You can go from Fort Bend to Harris County very quickly. So, and because we got several wards, I was just trying to feel out the courts. if
I will
that's a
definitely
possibility.
take that under advisement and consider it.
Thank you, sir, very much. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Your Honor.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
And thank you for moving me up.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a good day.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move to Timaraju.
I may be excused, sir.
Yes, you may.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, very good. We're on the record in 24 CPR 041241, the state of Sivram Timaraju. Ms. Timaraju, if you raise your right hand.
Yes.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Very good. All right, Miss, you can lower your hand. All right, Miss Ahmed, you can proceed.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. All right, could you please state your name for the record?
Chaya Janaki Timaraju.
Okay, and I know it's difficult through Zoom sometimes, but if I need to repeat my question or something like that, do not hesitate to ask me, okay?
Sure.
Okay. So I want to ask you about the decedent, your husband, Mr. Timaraju. He was domiciled in Sugar Land, Texas, in Fort Bend County. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And that is also,
Yeah.
okay. And that is also your residence, correct?
Yes.
And when he passed away, he was about 88 years old?
Yes.
Okay. And he passed away on September 27, 2023?
Yes.
Okay. At the time, he probably owned some property, and valuation of his probate kind of was $100,000 or less estimation. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And you did have a last will and testament. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the judge now is screen sharing. Hopefully you can see this. I know you have a copy with you, but it says the last will and testament of Sivaram Timaraju. And you can see that. Does that look familiar to you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if you look down, the date of the will.
August, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. The date of the will is August 24th, 2023.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And there were two witnesses to this will who were attested to this will. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We can see the names Jonathan Kavam and sorry, the other one. I can't read the name, but another Mr. and Mrs. Kavam. It looks like they both are at the same residence. They both witnessed this will. Does that look familiar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, if it's appropriate at this time, I'd like the court to take judicial notice of this will.
The court shall take judicial notice.
Thank you, Your Honor. And there's one child of the deceased, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And at the time the decedent passed away, you were married to him. You were married at the time, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you are the applicant for this, for probating the will as a amendment of title, but you are also the sole beneficiary of this estate. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And are you requesting today for the court to probate this will as a amendment of title?
Yes.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, the court heard the testimony of Chaya Timaraju. She testified as to the proof of death, validity of the will, and other facts. The court will admit the will and probate as a muniment of title, and with regards to the affidavit of fulfillment of terms, I will waive that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ranju, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
Ms. Ahmed, anything further for the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Then y'all have a great day.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're just waiting for one more witness to fully connect.
Okay, thank you.
All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and get started. We're on the record in 24 CPR 041157, the state of Tanzim, Ahmed. Each of you solemnly swear affirm that the testimony provided here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Very good.
Yes.
Ms. Quadja, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We're going to start with Mr. Said. Can you please, Afsana Kushner, Mr. Said, could you state your name for the record?
Midhat Sayed.
And how did you know the decedent Tanzim Ahmed?
Family friends for over 3 decades.
Okay, great. And over the years of knowing him, did you become well acquainted with his handwriting and his signature?
Yes.
Can you explain how you were familiar with his handwriting?
I'm an attorney. I represented Mr. Ahmad in all of his legal affairs for over 20 years, in which I came across his signature on various legal documents many, many times. That is correct.
Okay. And Your Honor, would you like me to pull up the will, or would you be able to show it? Okay, great.
Right now for you.
Thank you. And on this document, dated December 29th, 2014, which purports to be his last will, do you recognize his signature?
I'm getting to it. One second.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
And the day that it was signed, would he have been at least 18 years and of sound mind?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. I have no more questions for this witness.
Call your next witness.
I call Afsana Hai. Can you state your name for the record?
Afsana Hai.
And how did you know the decedent, Tanzim Ahmed?
He was my father-in-law.
Okay. And over the course of knowing, or how long have you known him for?
12 years.
And over the course of knowing him, did you become well acquainted with his handwriting and his signature?
Yes.
And do you have any interest in this estate?
No.
Okay. And the document in front of you, which purports to be his last will, you recognize his signature?
Yes.
And on the day that it was signed, he would have been at least 18 years of age and of sound mind?
Yes.
Okay, no further questions?
Call your next.
And I'd like to call Zishan Ahmed. Can you please state your name for the record?
Zishan Ahmed.
And how did you know the decedent, Tanzim Ahmed?
He was my father.
And he died on December 9th, 2023, correct?
Correct.
4 years have not passed since the date of his death.
Correct.
And at the time of the death, he was resident of Fort Preston will dated December 29th, 2014, which was never revoked, correct? And
Correct.
you and all your siblings and your mom, you made a thorough search for the original will. And this original copy of the will was filed with the court and was never found, correct?
Correct.
And can you explain in your words, in your own words, how you searched for the will?
We looked through his house. We looked through where he kept all his paperwork, and it wasn't anywhere to be found.
Okay, and the copy that you were just shown, that is the copy that was filed with the court?
Yes.
Yes. You spell Shaisa Ahmed, is that correct? And Tanzim Ahmed did not apply for or receive med.
That's correct.
No children were born or adopted to by the decedent after the date of the will? Correct. And he was never divorced after the will was made? And no state government agency or charitable organization was named in the will?
Correct.
And you've investigated the affairs of the estate, and to the best of your knowledge, there were no debts to this estate, correct?
That's correct.
And so there is no necessity for administration of the estate, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, we ask for you to admit the will as movement of title and waive the affidavit of fulfillment of terms.
The court heard the testimony of Zishan Ahmad, Midhat Saeed, and Afsana Hai. The court, they should say, proof of death and other facts. The court will admit a copy of the will into probate as a minimum of title. And with regards to the affidavit of fulfillment of terms, I will require it in this particular case.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm very sorry
you, Your Honor.
for your loss, Ms. I am also very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Mr. Sayed, thank you so much for coming in and helping us prove up the will today.
Pleasure. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Unless Ms. Quaja, anything further?
No, nothing further. Thank you.
Working on the video.
See if they're with one of the attorneys. Mr. Schwartz, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
hear you, just can't see you. If you would turn your video on, please.
Yeah, yeah.
Miss Davis. Who do you have with you?
I have Lily Andrews. I'm sorry, Lily Bonner.
Very good.
You have to get that right. Have to get it bigger.
I could have Louis Screws. Please turn your video on, please.
Louis, turn your video on.
Working on it. Okay, how's that?
All right. I think everybody's connected. Can everybody hear me just
Yes.
fine? Mr. Screws, can you hear me? All right. We're on the record in 17 CPR 030470, state of James B. Shepherd. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand to be sworn by the court. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony provided here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes.
Ms. Hudspeth, if you would unmute yourself to respond. Okay, very good. All right. Who wants to get us started today on the air?
I filed the application, Your Honor, so I'll start with Patrick Shepherd, or would Stephanie Davis want to do it?
It's your application if you want to.
Mr. Schwartz, why don't you get us started?
All right. Mr. Shepherd, would you state your name, please? Patrick?
Who's Mr.
Yes.
Are you
who's Patrick Shepherd?
Patrick
Hold on.
I'm not pulled into the meeting.
Oh, go ahead and pull yourself in.
I do have a Patrick Shepherd on here, Mr. Schwartz. Hold on. Who's Patrick Shepherd? Nor do I have Mr. Shepherd written down on this docket.
He's the applicant.
Yeah, hold on. Let's get him in.
Can you hear me, Your Honor?
I cannot. You are going through Mr. Schwartz's. I need you, Mr. Schwartz, turn your audio off for Mr. Shepherd. And unmute
I will,
yourself,
Your Honor.
please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is something covering your camera?
I apologize, Your Honor.
All right. If you would raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony provided here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Schwartz, go ahead.
All right. Patrick, how do you know James B. Shepherd?
He was my father, Your Honor, sir.
All right. And how many times was he married?
To the best of my knowledge, he was married 3 times.
Okay, and were you the only child of James B. Shepherd?
I was, Mr. Schwartz.
All right. And you're in the service, is that correct? And how long have you been in the service?
That is correct. Next month will be 15 years.
And the ladies that he's been married to, would that be Rebecca Hudspeth, your mother, twice? Is that correct?
That is correct, Mr. Schwartz.
And then he was married to a Tony Lee Shaw, which the marriage was terminated by divorce. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And the other lady was Tanya L. Jackson. Is that correct? And
That is correct.
And that marriage was terminated by divorce. Is that correct?
So that one, I'm not sure if it was divorce or if it was because she passed away.
But anyway, she is no longer living. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And as far as you know, you did not know about the will until later. Is that correct?
That is correct. I did not find out about the will until because I was overseas at the time. Whenever my father passed away, I had to come home on emergency leave, and I was not aware of the will until I actually arrived there at my father's house.
And you have been, as far as you know, all the debts of the estate have been.
Any knowledge of that?
All right. Your Honor, I'd pass the witness.
Stringlehop.
I just have one quick question. Mr. Shepherd, do you have any siblings?
I do not.
Okay. That's the only question, Your Honor.
I have no questions of this witness. I mean, I would call.
Hold on, Ms. Schwartz. Ms. Davis, do you have any questions?
I have no questions for this witness, Your Honor. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what you said. You have no questions?
I have no questions for this witness. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Schwartz, call your next witness.
Okay, Lewis Screws, please.
Proceed.
Lewis. Hello, Lewis. Are you with us?
I'm here.
All right. And how are you related to the deceased, or were you related to the deceased James V. Shepherd?
Yes, sir. He's my brother. We have the same mother, different fathers.
Okay. Were you in contact with your brother until he passed away?
Yes, sir, I was.
And you knew that he was married several times, is that correct?
I knew he had been married on different occasions. I wasn't quite sure how many. Because
Mr. James Shepherd had.
Patrick's the only one that I'm aware of.
And if your brother would have had any other children, do you think you would have known about it?
I think I would have, yes, because my mother would have known about it. So.
Yeah, but as far as you don't know of any other children other than James, is that correct?
No, sir, I don't.
All right. And how are you employed?
I'm currently retired.
Were you in the service?
Yes, sir. Retired Air Force and retired civil service.
All right, Your Honor, I pass the witness.
Stringlehop.
Thanks. Mr. Screws, you and I spoke last week about the heirs of James V. Shepherd. You recall that conversation?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. And was he married at the time of his passing in 2017?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. And he only had one child, and that's Patrick Shepherd, correct?
Yes, sir.
Did he ever adopt any other children, take any other children into his home, raise them as his own?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Did you have the kind of relationship with your brother that if he had other children, he would have told you?
Not necessarily. I mean, I was in the military and I traveled and moved around a lot. He lived most of his adult life in Texas after he left Alabama. We conversed on the phone. I saw him on occasion as we were together. The only child that I was aware of was Patrick.
And he never brought up any other children. He never said anything about another son or daughter that he had adopted or had born to him.
No, sir.
And you don't have any interest in the estate, meaning you're not going to receive anything for your testimony or through the estate, correct?
Absolutely not.
All right, I pass the
Davis,
witness, Your Honor.
questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor, I have no questions for this witness.
Courts, call your next witness.
All right, Rebecca Hudspeth, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Rebecca, you were married to James Shepherd twice, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How many children did James Shepherd father or adopt?
Just one, my
And that
son.
was your Patrick. And
Yes.
your son, and that's Patrick, correct?
Yes, sir.
And were you married to him when James Shepherd passed away?
No, I was not.
So you're not going to inherit anything from James Shepherd, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. Engelhoff.
All right. Ms. Hudspeth, you and I spoke, it's been a while, but you and I spoke about it.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. That is correct. All right, as far as you know.
As far as I know, he was
Was he married to in 2017?
to, he called her TJ.
Okay. And on her, so this one was, wait a minute now. Okay, so on her, on TJ, is that Tanya Jackson?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you ever saw any kind of divorce decree or anything like that, or from them?
No, I did not.
Okay. Do you know if they had any children together?
No, sir, they did not.
Okay. And Patrick is your natural child, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you have any other children?
No, sir.
Okay. And James adopted Patrick, correct?
Yes, he did. Yes, sir.
Okay. Did he ever adopt or take in any other children during the course of his life?
No, sir.
Okay. And you guys kept in touch over the years that you would know if he had any other children after?
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, any witnesses for the airship?
No more witnesses, Your Honor.
All right, after listening to, well, Mr. Engelhoff, anything regarding the airship?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. After listening to the testimony of Patrick Shepherd, Screws, and Rebecca Hudspeth, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence the decedent's heirs are those listed in the judgment declaring heirship. I'm going to discharge Mr. Engelhoff as attorney ad litem in the matter and award him a fee in the amount of $650. Application to appoint a successor.
All right, thank you,
Yes.
Your Honor. I would like to call my witness, Lily Bonner. Will you please state your full name for the court record? Lily Ann Lund Bonner. All right. And Ms. Bonner, was the last will and testament of James Shepherd probated on February 12th, 2019? Yes. Your Honor, we do ask that the court take judicial notice of the last will and testament that was probated here in this court. Was your husband Wayne Bonner, also known as Charles Wayne Bonner, named as independent executor in Mr. Shepherd's will? Yes. And was your husband, did he pass away on May 2nd, 2023? Yes. Okay. And Mr. Shepherd's will named you as independent executor to serve without bond. Is that correct? Yes. And is it true that there's still a necessity for the administration of this state, of this estate? Yes. Are you qualified to serve as successor independent executor? Yes. Do you know of any reason why you should be disqualified? No. Have you been charged with any felony or any crime of moral turpitude? No. Okay. And are you asking the court to appoint you as successor independent executor without bond or any other security and waive the appointment of appraisers? Yes. Your Honor, we do ask that Lily Bonner be appointed as a successor independent executor of this estate to finish wrapping up the matters of this estate.
Okay. Mr. Schwartz, any questions for the witness?
No, no questions, Your Honor.
All right, then. After listening to testimony of Lily Bonner, the court finds there's a necessity for the continuation of the administration. The court will grant the request the applicant appoint Lily Bonner. Ms. Stringhoff, thank you. You're free to go. Cruz for coming to provide testimony today for the airship and allowing us to wrap that up. Mr. Shepard, I'm very sorry for your loss. And Ms. Bonner, good luck to you as well for wrapping this estate up. So, and I'm sorry for your loss of your husband.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything further, Ms. Davis?
No, that is all, Your Honor. Thank you so much. May we be excused?
Anything further?
No.
All right, y'all have a good day. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
But you got attorneys? Bring the attorneys in.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Good morning, Ms. Roette. Do you have everybody there with you, the applicant and witnesses?
I do. I have, there they are.
Perfect. Okay. All right, we're on the record in 23 CPR 039345, estate of Jessica Louise Johnson. All those who intend to testify, if you would raise your right hand. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Very good. All right, Ms. Roette, you may get us started.
All
Let's
right.
start with the airship first, though, please.
Oh, the airship first. Okay, then I will call Ben Phillip as my first witness. Would you state your name, please?
Benjamin Lee Phillip.
And how did you know Jessica Louise Johnson?
I started working for George and Jessica about 15 years ago, and that's how I met Jessica.
Okay, and are you familiar with Jessica's marital and family history?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. So in the time that you knew Jessica, did she represent to you and to others around you that she and George were married?
Yes, ma'am.
So to your knowledge and belief, George and Jessica were married at the time of Jessica's death?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you aware of any other marriages of Jessica's?
No, ma'am.
And did Jessica and George have 3 children, being Anthony Mark Johnson, Adam James Johnson, and Forrest Daniel Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
And did all 3 of these children survive Jessica?
They did.
Are you aware of any other children born to or adopted by Jessica?
No, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I pass the witness.
Sure. Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Kozlowski.
Mr. Phillips, we spoke recently on the phone, correct?
Yes.
And were there any other children that Miss Johnson took into the home to raise, foster children, anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Okay. Did you ever hear her talk about?
Oh, Mr. Kozlowski, hold on. My court reporter did not get the answer from the witness. If the witness would
not
repeat
that I'm
the
aware
answer,
of.
please. All right, proceed, Mr. Kozlowski.
Thank you, Judge. Did you ever hear Miss Johnson talk about leaving a last will and testament?
No, sir, not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, and so you are not aware of her leaving a last will?
No, sir.
Okay. I pass the witness, Judge.
Ms. Rowan.
Okay, I will call Jake Rogers as my next witness. Would you state your name, please?
Jake Rogers.
And how did you know Jessica Louise Johnson?
I also worked for George around 15 years ago, and that's where I met both of them.
All right, are you familiar with Jessica's marital and family history?
Yes.
You've just heard the questions that I asked Mr. Phillip. If I asked you those same questions, would your answers be the same?
Yes.
Thank you. I pass the witness.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Rogers, we also spoke on the phone recently, correct?
Correct.
And you know of no other children that were born to or adopted by Ms. Johnson at any time during her lifetime, correct? And never took in, she never took in any additional children in her home to raise, foster children, anything of that nature, correct? And did you ever hear her talk about leaving a last will? I pass the witness, Judge.
Rowan, anything further for the airship?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kozlowski, your fee in the matter is the standard fee in this case?
I've asked for $600, Judge.
All right, after listening to testimony of Ben Phillip and Jake Rogers, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence the decedent's heirs are those listed in the judgment declaring heirship. I want to discharge Mr. Kozlowski as attorney ad litem in the matter and award him a fee in the amount of $600. All right, Mr. Kozlowski, thank you. You are free to go. Ms. Rouette, you may proceed with the administration.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call the applicant George James Johnson Jr. Would you state your name, please?
George James Johnson Jr.
And was Jessica Louise Johnson your wife?
Yes.
And were you originally married September 1st, 1984?
Yes.
And then you were divorced in August 2007, is that correct? There was a court proceeding that resulted in
There was a court
an
proceeding
objection.
and I didn't participate in that.
But you continued to live together after that and to hold yourselves out as being married to others, correct?
Yes.
And did Jessica die on February 10th, 2023 at the age of 59 years?
Nope.
And was she a resident of Fort Bend County, Texas at that time?
Yes.
To your knowledge, did your wife have a will?
No.
And you and she had started the process of writing wills, but never completed that, correct?
Yes.
Has there been a previous administration of this estate?
No.
And is there a need to administer this estate?
Yes.
Is that because estate property must be sold or transferred to heirs?
Correct.
And is there any reason you would be disqualified to serve as administrator of this estate?
No.
All right, thank you. Your Honor, that's all I have on the administration, and I would ask that you appoint George James Johnson Jr. as independent administrator of this estate and waive bond and appraisers.
All right, the court heard the testimony of George James Johnson Jr. The court finds the decedent died in intestate and there's a necessity for administration. The court will grant the request of the applicant and appoint George James Johnson Jr. as independent administrator of the estate. I'm very sorry for your loss, sir.
Thank you.
And I appreciate the witnesses coming in today to help us finish up and prove up this will, or excuse me, prove up the administration. So thank you.
Bro.
All right, anything further, Ms. Rouette?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
very
you.
good. Okay. All right, can everybody hear me?
Yes. Yes.
All right, we're on the record in 23 CPR 040039, guardianship of Kristen the ad litem with regard to the awards process.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd waive the
Ward's appearance in this case, I do not believe she would be able to meaningfully participate in the proceedings.
All right, presence is waived. Mr. McCullough, you may proceed with your prove up. Well, let's get who's going to be testifying here today, Ms. Hood or Mr. Monroe, or both?
Possibly both.
Okay, now if both of you would raise your right hand. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide here today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Mr. McCullough, you may proceed.
Judge, are you good with a little bit of background information on this case?
You can provide some background.
Okay. Judge, I'd ask the court to take judicial notice of the application as well as the physician certification and medical examination that's been filed in this particular matter.
The court shall take judicial notice.
Judge, this is a matter where Kristen Wallace has previously been under a guardianship. She was originally under a guardianship in Comal County with her father as the guardian. That was transferred to Bexar County in San Antonio in approximately 2017. In that case, her older brother was established as the guardian. Her father had passed away. At some point in 2017, 2018, the court in San Antonio closed the guardianship. I wasn't able to determine why. It looks like there was some property that was sold, and for some reason the guardianship was closed. Her brother passed away in 2018. So she's essentially been without a guardian and without a guardianship having been continuing since 2018. And then last year, Richmond State School filed an application for suggestion of a need for a guardian, which is when I was appointed by this court. So she has been nonverbal under the care of a guardianship essentially since she was born, with a variety of physical ailments, Judge. So that's how we got here. So she has, in a sense, always been under a guardianship, and for some reason, we're starting over here in Fort Bend County.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Well, Judge, you want to hear from the proposed guardian first?
Yes, call your first witness.
Okay, we call Kurt Monroe.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Monroe.
I'm good.
How are you? For the record, please.
Yes, Kirk Monroe, and I'm the Executive Director with Brazos and Guardianship Services.
And you provide guardianship services in Fort Bend County, is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And how long have you been doing that for?
We've been doing the corporate guardianship program since 2009.
Okay. And you are required, you have all the certifications from the state of Texas to be a guardian?
Yes.
Okay. And have you taken guardianships out of County Court of Law number 1?
Yes, we have.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to meet with Kristen Wallace in this matter?
I have not, but Jessica Hood has.
Okay. So she would be able to speak with meeting with Miss Wallace?
Yes.
Okay. And have you had an opportunity to review the filings in this matter with regards to Miss Wallace and the application for guardianship?
Yes, I have.
And is this something that Brazos Bend guardianship can cover for Miss Wallace and become her guardian?
Yes, we can.
Okay. And are you willing to provide all the appropriate reports and services and meetings as required by County Court of Law number 1?
Yes.
Okay. Judge, that's all I have for Mr. Monroe.
Mr. Dunham, do you have any questions?
Yeah, just a few, Your Honor. Kirk, you've handled a number of these guardianship cases, is that correct?
Yes, that is right.
And you're very familiar with the requirements to file annual reports and an ongoing duty to the court to advise them of the ward's condition, is that correct?
Yes.
And have you worked with the Richmond State School in the past with wards that live out there?
Yes.
Okay, and so you have a good working relationship with them, and anything that needs to happen, you've handled that before, and you're comfortable with that situation, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And so you so you're aware of the duties and you're willingly taking on the duties as guardian of the person and to fulfill your requirements as a guardian to the court. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Nothing further for this witness room.
Ms. McCullough, would you care to call another witness?
Judge, I'd call Ms. Hood.
Proceed.
Let me get my screen.
Ms. Hood, would you unmute yourself, please?
She's trying.
There you go.
Good morning, Ms. Hood. Can you state your name for the record, please?
Jessica Hood.
And how are you employed?
I am a guardian with Brazos Bend Guardianship Services.
Okay, so you actually have been guardianship services?
Yes.
Okay, have you had an opportunity to meet with Miss Kristen Wallace in this matter?
Yes.
Okay, and where is she currently located at?
At Richmond State.
Okay, can you give a brief description, I guess, of her mental, physical status at this point?
I met with her briefly on Friday. She's nonverbal, so I didn't get to, get a lot of information from her. But the facility that she's at is appropriate. She looked to be healthy, and I had no concerns at the time when I met with her.
And is it your understanding that she's been at Richmond State School for approximately 6 years?
Yes.
Okay. And she currently has a social worker there at Richmond State School?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand that social worker to be Lauren Cunningham?
Yes.
Okay. And to your knowledge, Ms. Wallace is receiving basic Social Security funding?
Yes.
Okay. But to your knowledge, she doesn't receive any other sort of income aside from government assistance?
No.
Okay. And like you said, it's your opinion that the current placement for Ms. Wallace is appropriate?
Yes.
Okay. And with regards to her nonverbal and physical challenges, these are things she's had all of her life. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And as Mr. Monroe said, you're willing to accept the responsibilities as directed to perform the duties as her guardian, file reports as necessary under the direction of Mr. Monroe and Brazos Bend Guardianship Services?
Yes.
Judge, I pass the witness.
Mr. Dunham?
Yes, briefly, Ms. Hood, you in your meeting with Ms. Wallace, do you agree with the doctor's assessment that she is incapacitated and the guardianship is necessary in this case?
Yes.
Yeah, to the best you can tell. I understand you're not a physician or anything, but and you've handled a number of these guardianship cases as well, and you're familiar with the Richmond State School and that sort of thing, and you do believe that this is the best place for her in her condition at this time. Okay, very good. And you're also, along with Mr. Monroe, willing to take on the duties of a guardian in this case and keep the court apprised of Ms. Wallace's condition. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Nothing further from this witness room.
Anything further, Mr. McCullough?
Judge, nothing with regards to the guardianship of the person. I do have some information to provide to the court regarding the estate of Ms. Wallace when the court is ready for that information.
Well, you've only filed for an application of the person, correct?
That's correct, Judge. So this was the case, Judge, where it was discovered that there was an ABLE account that had been established for Ms. Wallace back in about 2015, 16 timeframe, about the same time that her father passed away. It was originally formed with PNC Bank. I received information from Richmond State School that the balance of this account was approximately $14,000, $15,000. In trying to ascertain whether or not we needed to have a guardian of the estate, I tried to contact PNC Bank. They did not provide me any information at two different locations. I learned information that the account is actually managed by the Virginia 529 organization. I contacted their attorney, who refused to give me any information regarding the account. unless I had a subpoena. I informed her that I had a court order which dealt with financial information that I was to receive regarding my client, which they promptly ignored. So in an attempt to try to get additional information, I issued a subpoena to Virginia 529 and emailed it to them, to which they responded, that wasn't good enough for them either. I had to have them personally served with a subpoena in order for them to give me the information. So I've done that, which was served last week. I filed the return today that I received, but we have not received any of the documentation regarding that. So it's my understanding, in speaking with Mr. Monroe, they do not want to take on the responsibility of being the guardian of the estate. My particular thought on this was either myself or the attorney ad litem can potentially continue to work to see if those funds can be transferred into the registry of the court. The Virginia 529 folks said that that was doable, and that would allow potentially us to allow the court to manage the funds, give Mr. Monroe the opportunity to request some of those funds from the court without the need for establishing a guardianship of the estate.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's finish up this prove up of the person, and then I'm going to give you some instructions on how we're going to proceed. So
yes,
after
Judge.
listening to the testimony, the court finds by clear and convincing evidence that Kristen Wallace is totally incapacitated, in need of a guardian with full authority over the person. The court finds that guardianship is warranted and appoints Brazos Bend Guardianship Services as guardian the person of the proposed ward. Bond is set at $10. The court will not discharge Mr. Dunham as attorney ad litem in this matter, not yet.
Okay.
But I will award you that fee that you're requesting of $483.34.
Thank you, Ron.
So the reason I'm not discharging you just yet is because we need to get this money that's in the PNC Bank figured out and how we're going to handle that. And I'd still like you to be on this case representing Ms. Wallace in capacity as maybe for the estate, although we don't have an application for the estate, but let's figure out what we're going to do with this and how we want to proceed with it. So I'd like you to still stay on the case.
Happy to, Ron.
And Judge, may I interject something?
You may.
An ABLE account should be considered like a special needs trust type account. So I would think there should be a way that they can continue to be the trustee. It's just we would have to figure out how we need to be able to get, just notify them that who the guardian is now for her.
So
say that because we have a client now that has an ABLE account. And we have several clients with our Master Pro Trust accounts.
Okay.
So we can, Judge, to give some more information on that. When I spoke to the folks with the ABLE account, they can establish a successor trustee for the account. But absent having the current trustee, who is deceased, establish the new one, we've got to jump through all these hoops that they want us to do to provide that. So I think there is an option for either placing it in the registry of the court or establishing a new trustee for that guardianship ABLE account, whichever is, I guess, preferable to the court. It's just, we have to get the Virginia 529 to at least speak to me or Mr. Dunham on the actual account, how much is in there, etc.
Well, let's do this. We'll have a status conference maybe in 30 days from now, just to kind of see. Hopefully you've gotten all the information you needed by then. I mean, if not, we can push it out even further, but we'll try to do like a status follow up on this account and see where everything stands at that time, 30 days from now, preferably.
Yes, Judge. With regards to the current order that discharges Mr. Dunham, do you want me to submit a new order, or can you just X that out, or?
I'll exit out.
Okay.
Cross out the discharge language, and then, but I'll still award him his fee for now.
Yes, Judge.
All right.
Confirming, Judge, you want me to stay on as guardian ad litem?
Until we get the money figured out, yes.
Yes, Judge. And I'll make sure, Andy, I'll send you all the information I have on the 529 Able account.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, very good. Thank you all so much.
Thank you,
Anything
Your
for
Honor.
the record?
Thank you, Judge.
Nothing else for me.
All right, y'all have a good day.
Maybe excuse, Judge?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that concludes our